facing the east towards Yahawah, towards Jerusalem. All praises be to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of the great millstone, which rule well and teach well and sincerity taught us this truth. Shalom to the Lord's hopeful elect, 144,000 men, as well as 1/3 men, women, and children, maintaining themselves in this truth, keeping the laws, commandments, and statutes to the best of their ability. Aish, brother Yerami Kazak, back with hopefully another edifying lesson through the spirit and power of Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Kakadash. Shalom to you brothers and sisters out there, man. Keeping the laws, commandments, and statutes to the best of your ability. Striving and enduring, not giving up, not being no busters, right? They stay out here in LA. Alright, so let's get into it, man. Just flowing through the spirit. Just got done out here in the yard working. And just wanted to hit the button. So, any questions we can't answer, right? I want to bring to the realization, if you don't know already, if you're a Negro, Latino, or Native American, you are a son of Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, okay? You are of the chosen nation, Israel, okay? Let's get that. Isaiah, the 45th chapter, verse 4. For Jacob my servant's sake, and Israel my elect, I have even called thee by thy name, I have surnamed thee, though thou hast not known me. So who's the elect? Israel, the chosen nation of Israel. Alright, and this that sun beaming on me, man. I'm gonna turn this way. Get this way. Yeah, that's better. Alright, that sun's still beaming. The sun is good though. The sun is good. Matter of fact, we're gonna turn it this way. Alright. Yeah, that's better. Alright. Got the garden in the background, okay? And I've been out here trying to stay in touch with nature. Grew up in nature, grew up in the country, grew up running around barefoot, grew up doing things like that. So don't try to lose, I say, don't try to lose that childhood, instinct, that pureness, that joy, okay? At the end of the day. So don't try to lose that, don't be too damn serious. And when we do these lessons and things of that nature, we bringing this out. This is life or death, which we bringing out to our people. So most definitely, right? But we have some type of joy in letting our people know, and when our people get it, we love to see that. We love to see our people understanding that, hey, I'm a son of God. Yes, you are, okay? You are the son of the Most High, Yahawah. And the son, and the king, Yahawashi. So let's get that. This is Philippians, 2nd chapter. And let's start at verse 10. That at the name of Yahawashi, every knee should bow, of things in heaven and things in earth and things under the earth. So everything. Alright, every spirit, demons, okay, angels, Halalyam, okay, everything is gonna bow at the name of Yahawashi, right? And that it's, except Yahawah, of course, because Yahawah is the Most High. So it's letting you know that Yahawashi has been given that dominion, that power, right? Let's go to Matthew 28:18. And Yahawashi came and spake unto them, saying, all power is given unto me in heaven and in earth. Okay? So this is why Philippians 2:10 again, that at the name of Yahawashi every knee should bow, of things in heaven and things in earth and things under the earth. Because all power has been given unto the King. okay? For you people that don't understand, you don't believe, you have a different doctrine that's contrary to that, you off. According to the scriptures, you are off, right? Verse 11, and that every tongue should confess that Yahawashi HaMashiach is Lord, to the glory of power, the Father, Yahawah. Wherefore, my beloved, as you have always obeyed. So he's glorifying Yahawah. He's glorifying Yahawah by him having that rulership, by him taking that place rightfully on the throne. It's glorifying the Father in the same way that we glorify him and the Father by us taking our position on that throne rightfully, getting our rulership, you know. I don't know what my screen rightfully getting our rulership, you know. I don't know what my screen charge. All right, we all good. I'm just keep going. Okay. So we glorify Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi by doing what we do. Right? Let's read it again. Wherefore this is verse 11, Philippians 2 and 11, and that every tongue should confess that Yahawashi HaMashiach is Lord, to the glory of Yahawah the Father. Wherefore, my beloved, as you have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. It's a key thing. Okay? This is very important that you do that. For it is power which worketh in you both to will and to do of his good pleasure. Do all things without murmurings and disputing. So no complaining. I gotta do a lot of things without murmurings and disputing. So no complaining. I gotta do a lesson. I gotta go out in the corners. I gotta preach. I'm dealing with a bug out. I'm dealing with a scoffer. All right? We do these things with patience. We do these things with understanding. We do these things for edifying of the body. Let's say you're dealing with a scoffer or a bug out. You bring them up on the live and you teach them, but they can't get it. But somebody that's of the elect, they may get it. It may be resonating with them, everything that you're saying to him. It may be resonating with them, but not to the bug out. Okay, he was just used as an example, right? But the person that watches the live, you know, at the end of the day, he may have got it. He may be like, damn, why the bug out can't get it? I get it, you know? Shoot, that's how we be when we watch brothers go at it with other people and we be like, you can't get that? You can't understand that? Why can't you understand? Because it's not, the spirit ain't dealing with them, but the spirit is dealing with us. So we out there fishing, right? Sometimes you catch fish that you do not want. We'll throw it back, right? But sometimes you catch that one perfect fish that you wanted the whole time. Verse 13, for it is power which worketh in you both to will and to do of his pleasure. Do all things without murmuring and disputing, that ye may be blameless and harmless, the sons of power, without rebuke, in the midst of a crooked and perverse nation, among whom ye shine as lights in the world. In this wicked world, we look like, you know, we to the world though, to the people in the world, we look like bums, we look like lames, we look like, you know, whatever. But to a person with wisdom and understanding, we shining, man. To Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, who's judging all, we shining. We are beautiful to the Father, the apple of his eye. That's where we are, his elect. All right, especially his elect right now, the election. You know what I'm saying? The 144,000, as well as the 1/3 men, women, and children. So we look beautiful to Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi because we're trying to get back to him. We want to get back, right? Let's say, man, you know, your woman mess up. She might mess up, but she humbles herself down. She comes back like, babe, I messed up. You was right. That shit feels so good. You know? I messed up. You was right. Now, at that point in time, you ain't I know I was right, you know, but you gonna take it. You gonna be like, it's all good, you know? So that's how we are right now. We messed up. Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi was right to give us these laws, to help us to grow, to help us to, be prosperous and to develop dietary laws, sexual laws, things of that nature. Man shouldn't be with a man, woman shouldn't be with a woman, things of that nature. He was right in all of it. It's nothing that he did that was wrong. He didn't even create death, right? The scripture says he did not create death, okay? So he didn't, that's not good. That's not a good thing. It's not natural for us to die. That's not right. We were not created to die. We were created to live forever, right? And we will live forever very soon. That's what our creation was. So right now we are in an intermediate stage. We are in a mediation stage in the middle between, learning from which we fell from grace and going back into that beautiful everlasting body. And these bodies that we are about to obtain, Lord's willing, Yahawah, we be of that number, are far greater than the bodies that we had in the garden. Understanding that. So it's beautiful that we knew wickedness. And yeah, you may have a bug out or somebody out here taking, see, he said we needed to know wickedness, but we did. It's beautiful that we knew wickedness, to know and to detest it, to hate it. It's disgusting to us, right? So let's read that scripture one more time. All right. This is verse 15, Philippians 2. That you may be blameless and harmless, the sons of power, without rebuke, in the midst of a crooked and perverse nation, among whom ye shine as lights in the world. So once again, to them, when they finally get in their right mind, when 2/3 Jakes finally get in their right mind, in the kingdom, they're going to look at us like, man, you was right, and you was right back in Babylon. Because they're going to understand finally. And you can only clap for that. You can only clap for that, man. That dang, bro, I was messing up, but you still tried to bear with me. You still tried to teach me. You still tried to help me. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day. Verse 16, holding forth the word of life, that I may rejoice in the day of Hamashiach, that I have not run in vain, neither labored in vain. And that would suck if we did this all for nothing. We know Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi is real, and we know he's with us. We didn't do none of this for nothing, right? This living sacrifice that we present ourselves as will receive a reward if we came correct. We have to receive a reward if we came correct. We have to come correct, right? Yea, and if I be offered upon the sacrifice and service of your faith, I joy and rejoice with you all. For the same cause also do ye joy and rejoice with me. So Paul in that sense was like, hey man, if I gotta go, I gotta go. I hope y'all be, joyful about it, right? Because it's being offered as a good sacrifice. If you're good, your conscience is good, you repented, you converted, you kept the laws, to the best of your ability. If you die in Hamashiach, Yahawashi Hamashiach, what do you have to worry about? That's a joyful death. Like the bug out Kanye say, it should be a beautiful death, right? That's a beautiful death, right? Nero, you got the guillotines, you got the firing squads. All right, you're going to take me out, but I'm in Hamashiach. I'm in Yahawashi Hamashiach. So the death is beautiful because I come back and I get to your ass, right? So it ain't no other way you would want to go. I don't see no other way you would want to go. You know what I'm saying? Die in the Lord. Let's go get that. 1 Thessalonians 4. And let's start at 13. But I would not have you to be ignorant, brethren, concerning them which are asleep, that you saw not, even as others which have no hope. All right? And we don't want to be those that are asleep. Everybody talking about they woke, but they not woke. They woke in bullshit. We are woke in this truth. We are woke with understanding. Right? We are woke in Yahawashi Hamashiach. For if we believe that Yahawashi died and rose again, even so them also which sleep in Yahawashi will power bring with him. For this we say, until what is sleeping in Yahawashi mean? Those that died in Yahawashi. Like the brother, the elders, recently was talking about. I believe the brother's name is Barak Gabar. I believe so. Salaki if I'm wrong. But the brother just passed, had an illness. But he died in Yahawashi HaMashiach, so that brother's good. There's no complaints about that. He's in the spiritual realm right now, chilling, waiting to come back to get to these heathens' ass. And that's a beautiful death, right? That's beautiful, man. Okay, let me see the precept. John 15 and 13, let's get it. John 15 and 13. Greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends. Beautiful death. Yahawashi suffered a beautiful death. Peter, beautiful death, right? All the apostles, beautiful death, okay? Paul, beautiful death, okay? So, and Paul was in that spirit, as we read in Philippians, the 2nd chapter, in that spirit, if I gotta go, I gotta go. That's the spirit we gotta be in. If we gotta go, we gotta go. At the end of the day. Isaiah 57 and 1, let's get it. Because in this truth, we have a comfortability towards death. Isaiah 57 and 1, the righteous perish, and no man layeth it to heart, and merciful men are taken away, none considering that the righteous is taken away from the evil to come. In a way, we are preserved via death. We are took away. Right? We are took away from that second death, because that's the only true death. The first death and the second death is the only true deaths, right? Because you feel death, you feel pain after death with the first death and the second death. All these other deaths is just like, I'm going to spirit world, right? Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi is going to allow me to rest with my fathers, okay? So what I got to complain about? Yeah, you may feel something at this moment, but after that's passed, you are going to rest with your fathers, and you're going to be in bliss. You're going to be in peace, and there's nothing greater than that, okay? Except when you get that everlasting body, and you get to have, in a sense, a celestial body with terrestrial properties, right? John 16 and 33, let's get that from the brother Endure. John 16 and 33. These things I have spoken unto you, that in me ye might have peace. What did I just say? We got a comfortability in these scriptures, man. Right? In the world ye shall have tribulation, but be of good cheer. I have overcome the world. So if our big brother did it, if anybody, I always been the big brother, but like my little sister would look up to me. Anything I do, she's trying to do, or my little brother or whatever, right? So if my big brother could do it, I can do it. That's the type of mindset we got. Yahawashi did it, we could do it. So he did it, he went through this. He had to deal with it. You don't think he had to deal with these crackers? He had to deal with Romans, man. Okay, he had to deal with these crackers. So we can do it. We can go through it because our big brother already did it. The servant is not greater than the master. So it's letting you know to be humble about it, to understand, to learn, to sit back, and never, going back to Philippians 2, don't go through this with murmurings and disputings. Let's read that one more time, man, because that brings back the point, all right? Do all things without murmurings and disputings, Philippians 2 and 14. Don't be those Israelites that came out of Egypt and complain. You complain about quail, you complain about manna, you complaining, man, you're not in slavery no more. You're headed towards the promised land, but you want to complain, okay? It's pointless. Going back to 1 Thessalonians, the 4th chapter, at the water for them precepts, beautiful precepts. And let's read 15 again. For this we say unto you by the word of Yahawah, that we which are alive, we never read that. Matter of fact, I wanted to go 14. For if we believe that Yahawashi died and rose again, even so them also which sleep in Yahawashi will power bring with him. So those brothers that perished in the Lord, once again, they'll be good. They sleep in Yahawashi. 15, for this we say unto you by the word of Yahawah, that we which are alive and remain unto the coming of the Lord shall not prevent them which are asleep. For Yahawah himself, Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi himself shall descend, and this is Yahawashi, shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel, and that's Michael, and with the trump of power, that's the angels, and the dead in Hamashiach shall rise first. So you have that position to rise first. And what's that rising mean? Getting that everlasting body, right? Then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet Yahawashi in the air. And so shall we ever be with Yahawashi. Wherefore comfort one another with these words. So we going to be with our King forever. And what is our King? He's our husband, man. He's the bridegroom. Right? It's getting to a point because I gotta work. I'll be working the second shift. I called in sick today because I am feeling a little sick, right? But it's all good. But it gets to the point where my wife worked first, I work second. So she come home, I already been gone. So she get the missing, and that's how we are. We miss our husband. We miss the bridegroom, And we want to be with him forever. We want that. We yearn for that. If you don't want to be with Yahawashi, you ain't in this thing, man. Okay? You don't truly love. You don't truly got that understanding. Because when we are with him, we are protected. Nothing can mess with us. Right? So, hey, man, that's pretty much it. Dang, I had a precept that came to my mind. Oh, it came to my mind, but I can't remember it. Oh, twinkling of an eye. Twinkling of an eye. Right? This is 1 Corinthians 15 and 52. In a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump, for the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed. What's the last trumpet? The seventh trumpet. So we will be saved between the sixth and the seventh trump. Right? It's a scripture in Job. Let's get that. This is Job 5 and 19. He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles. Yea, in 7, there shall no evil touch thee. Why? Because we're going to get that everlasting body. So between the 6th trumpet and the 7th trumpet, we will go up into the chariots, getting that everlasting body. As it says, in the twinkling of an eye. Let's read it one more time. 1 Corinthians 15 and 52. In a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump, for the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed into that everlasting body, And that means we're going to be forever with Yahawashi, forever with Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, because that everlasting body is a body that doesn't have to deal with sin. So we will be able to be in front of Yahawah or Yahawashi. Because at this point in time, they can't, they can't look at Yahawah's not looking at sin. He can't lay his eyes on sin. Okay? So we got to have that everlasting body to even be in his midst, such as the angels are, the 7 holy angels are. So, man, I hope this has been edifying. I'm about to go in. You know what I'm saying? Maybe in like 2 hours or so, or maybe later on tonight, man, I get back on. Or if a brother get back on, I join the live, whatever it may be. I hope this has been edifying to anybody that tapped in. All right. I'll get that for you as well. Tapped in. All right. I'll get that for you as well. I can't see that sun, man. G. Ra'ala. Shalom. This is verse 53. For this corruptible must put on incorruption, and this mortal must put on immortality. As it says, this incorruptible body can't inherit the kingdom. Flesh cannot inherit the kingdom. So we can't go into the kingdom with this. So for you people that's talking about new covenant is right now, you think you're going to be in a new covenant in this? Come on, man. Get real. You think that this is as good as it gets? This is your standard of living? Yeah, nah, man. You need a quality of life adjustment, man. This ain't it. All right, my body's sore, man. Back hurt, legs hurt, wrist hurt. My wrist been hurting for 3 weeks, and I fasted, and I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Like, I think I fractured something, but this is an incorruptible body, man. This is a very weak body. All right. Thank you, Shalom, Ayan Debois. You're welcome. Okay. You know, if anybody was edified from this. All right. Hey, Shalom, Ayan Debois. So, with that being said, the water for all you brothers and the precepts. You know what I'm saying? And Shalom to you sisters that's in the background listening. Shalom to you brothers and sisters. Facing the east, all praises be to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of the great millstone that ruled well and teach well and sincerely taught us this truth. And shalom to the Lord's hopeful elect. As always, Kwam Yasha Allah, Rise Israel, Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And if your bloodline goes back to Jacob, you got that flavor, you got that salt, and you are indeed an Israelite. All right. As always, a Baba ball to this wicked kingdom. May this bitch fall soon, man. Shalom.